Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? Girl, I got some tea for you. Those are my American girlfriends. And for my African girlfriends, we got gist. Na gist, oh. This one na better gist. Hey, hey. We come naka inside my DMs. I hardly speak pidgin English, but I understand it very well. And sometimes there are some, what will I say, some stories that are so much more sweeter when you naka pidgin inside. That's like broken English in the kind of like Nigeria. It's broken English. It's like English with a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Anyway, my darlings, I am here to talk about a story that you guys brought to me, and it's quite disheartening because this is why I have sister to sister, because I find that a lot of issues, a lot of problems, it really lies with us and how we treat ourselves. This is a situation where South African lady Munira calls out her best friend Adeola Ariyo for snatching her boyfriend / baby daddy. Oh honey, when I tell you, this thing got real deep. She put all of these screenshots on Instagram where she showed her best friend, who was Adeola Ariyo, at her baby shower, having lunch with her and her boyfriend, coming to visit her from South Africa.
Spending
the day with her, so on and so forth. She says here, my friend flew down from Cape Town to surprise us at our baby shower. FYI, they were already dating without my knowledge. And then here you can see Adeola, you can see the boyfriend / baby daddy. It goes on for other people commenting, let's not try to be toxic in 2023 and leave other people alone, blah, blah, blah. And that is Adeola Ariyo. Adeola Ariyo is a model. She's a Nigerian model who lives in South Africa. She's done pretty well for herself. And so I'm kind of surprised, disappointed for her to be in this mess. But we only have from the baby mama's side. And Lady Munira continues with the screenshots of how she feels so betrayed by Adeola. Yup. And she shows pictures. She said, look, she went to lunch with us and even took pictures of us. She won't stop chanting, my favorite couple. And you can see Adeola's face in the back wearing sunglasses. She goes on to talk about 30th of May 2021, you know, which was give or take just under 2 years ago at our baby shower. You see her all teeth, smiling. My friend flew down from Cape Town to surprise us, unbeknownst to me that she was sleeping with my baby daddy at that time. Here, my friend pictured with my other friends at our baby shower. Your enemy is closer to you than you can imagine, because she's really shocked, you understand? The saddest thing, and then she goes on in the next frame, the saddest thing about betrayal is that it never comes from your enemies. It comes from friends and loved ones. Better to have an enemy who slaps you in the face than a friend who stabs you in the back. A friend that constantly wants what her friends have. This isn't the first time she will do this, but will definitely be the last. That's a red flag, mama. That's a red flag. Then she goes on to, because her name is Munira. Everyone, I am totally in a good space. Just putting it out there. Your friend could be your worst enemy. Thanks for the love. So Munira is reassuring everybody who has stood up for her to say, I'm good. I just wanted to put this sis on blast. Wait for it. And then so Adeola comes with a breathless statement to her friend, and she says, the sooner you come to terms with the fact that we never were friends, the better for you. This friend narrative that you keep pulling is getting worn out. You are beneath my level of people I'd ever regard as a friend, because you are dumb and you act like an illiterate with nothing to lose. For my American girlfriends, us Nigerians and Africans, we love to say you're an illiterate. It's the worst thing that you could possibly be. Illiterate. Uneducated. Don't mind us. While you're busy putting me on blast, don't forget to mention the fact that you were the fake friend all along. Nothing you've done till this day will faze me because you and I both know how much you never liked me from day one. Your fake friendship towards me, I clocked a very long time ago. You constantly talking about me to your ex, and the constant nagging about me behind my back was what made him notice me in the first place. You're toxic, bitter little girl, and you need to heal. This was all you're doing, and between you and the God you serve, you know this. You are not a friend, never was my friend. You are nothing but a fan who was trying to get close to me. You've been a silent hater since the day one, and you're only pressed because he chose me. You can't stand the fact that the one person you tried to tear down so much in front of him and others, especially your so-called friends, is the same person he chose to be with. That's the real tea. Let your minions know exactly how you are and stop lying to make yourself look good. You've already made yourself look stupid by putting your business out there for everyone to see. And quit with the fake accounts. It's screaming desperate and mental. Adeola, you're something else. Wait, hold on. My hair is falling apart because the tea is so hot that the hair is falling apart. Let me just put a clip up in here. Adeola, you're something else. But I'll get to you in a minute. Let me finish this text that you sent your former friend or your non-friend, as the case may be. So she goes on to say, whatever narrative suits you, please run with it as long as it makes you feel better. Then there's a strong white line. Maybe that's the guy's name. We are happy, very much in love. So thank you for introducing me to my man. After all, what God cannot do does not exist. Stop texting my man. And for the love of God, stop harassing us. Focus on your blessing and use this energy in making sure you raise your beautiful girl that doesn't end up like you. Also, you need to get your act together and stop acting wild every time you know we're together. You look dumb. While you're stalking my page, I hope you're taking notes on how to act. I'm not your mate. I'm not your friend. You are not on my level, which you wish you were. So every time you ask yourself, why? Adeola, remember that. What a mouthful. OMG, this was intense. I decided to dig deeper because you know I love to do my research. Let me just bring my computer over here. Guys, when I tell you, it is so sad. Well, somebody also came for Munira because I don't want to just jump on here and just go. But there was somebody who also came for Munira and I was quite surprised. Let me look for it. So somebody came and said this, and I was quite surprised. And this is by Maurice Giovanni. Quick information. This, a DM, the first daughter's mother sent to Munira when she snatched the man from her when she first was pregnant. Munira Moody, you are awfully quiet now. I said, say what? And here it goes. How could you stoop so low to pay bloggers just to get social media pity or what? Ebon, I want to tell you, you have gone too far with this, and let me give you a piece of advice. Allow your pretty daughter to grow in peace and avoid social media drama. Now my question is to you, do you know when we had been dating before I gave birth to his first daughter? We never fought before he traveled, but I never killed you when I heard you gave birth, or did I publicize you on social media? If it didn't work out, move on, because you were not legally married. I said, say what? What is happening? Munira quickly responded. Firstly, no ex-baby mama sent me a DM so you and your soldiers can keep writing whatever. Secondly, his first daughter is 16 years old and I met him when he was single. Also, he told you he was single, because you know these men can lie. For the love and respect of my daughter, family, friends, and workplace, I will not be speaking about this again. I told my side of the story myself without tagging the blogs, because I'm not hungry for followers like some people. And I also did not need to send no hungry puppet to post on my behalf. I have said my truth and I stand by it, sweetie. I know you need the followers. Keep posting and tagging the blogs. Ciao, sis. So it is messy. It is messy all the way. We have Munira and we have Adeola. So this is what I'm going to say. Let me start with the boyfriend slash baby daddy. A lot of us always fight between us. The biggest fight anybody should have will always be the man. This man has shown for sure that he's been doing this on the regular. He did it with the first baby mama, who has a 16-year-old girl, and then he did it with Munira, and he absolutely will do it with Adeola. So let me speak to him. You, sir, you're a hot mess, and karma is so real. It is something that you cannot begin to understand right now. You're a dog. And it was very unnecessary for you to behave the way that you did with these two girls, getting people fighting all over the place. You do not even have any code of conduct or respect for yourself. You're a father now of 2 ladies. And when I tell you karma is something else, because when you're old, when you're gray, when you're sick, you're going to come looking for these children and they'll be nowhere in sight. Because children are very much soldiers to their mothers. You hurt their mother, you hurt them. A child should always have a wonderful childhood. It's something that I feel is so important, because it shapes them to be the adults that they become. And when you rock their childhood, they don't forget. They grow up to constantly remember. On top of which, you think that you can slip through the cracks. I didn't marry any of them. I don't owe them anything. I'm not going to give them any childcare support. I'm not going to give them any money to raise these kids. I'm going to continue jumping on to the next brass. There's disease out there. You just might jump into the wrong set of pussycat whiskers and it will be the end for you. Just trying to tell you that there's jungle pox out there. Was it monkey pox? Sorry, I said jungle pox. There just might be. Monkey pox, jungle pox, all kind. With that little third leg of yours, that will be the end of it. People don't like ugly. And when you treat people like this, for no reason at all, just because you can't keep it in your pants, just because you don't care, just because you think that you can get away with it, and that's what it is with a lot of guys. I can get away with it. I can do whatever. No, you can't. You will forever be punished. And the thing is that when that punishment comes, when that karma comes, it comes at your most weakest, at your most vulnerable, at your most sorry of a state situation. That's when karma comes to pile onto you and wipe you out. You are not free from any of this. This is just the beginning. So continue setting yourself up for some of the saddest days, months, years of your life to come. Continue. It's coming for you. Adeola, you might not have been friends with Munira. Munira might have been talking behind your back. You might not have liked Munira. You might have felt that Munira did a whole bunch of things to you. But pictures don't lie. We see you celebrating with her. And as much as there is no way you can snatch anybody's man, there is you opening your legs to a man and encouraging him to come into this direction and come and get more vanilla sauce, all the vanilla that he wants, because you opened your legs to him. That you did. You didn't snatch him, but you encouraged his bad behavior. And you knew, regardless, mama, that he was dating Munira. You knew that. And so that puts you in a situation where you are completely and absolute rubbish. You're rubbish. Beautiful girl, model. You have a name for yourself because, like I said, I did my homework. But you're rubbish. You have no girl code and you have no respect for yourself. This long chapter that you sent this girl is rubbish. You sound like a bully and you sound like somebody who likes to intimidate other people because you think that you got something. But you see, my baby little sister, the way you got this guy is the way you're going to lose him. And the fact that it has been so publicized, you are now stuck with him because we're all going to sit down here and be looking at you every step of the way. You can't leave this guy now. So you will now have to suffer all the ill treatment that he did to his first 2 baby mamas is going to be on your head. And what happens, everybody knows. So you're going to stick in the relationship because you're too embarrassed to let go. Because somebody like you need a hard, deep, raw lesson. Because you think that you are something when you are not. You think Munira is below your level. She's above your level. Because somebody of worth, somebody that's worth their salt, won't behave the way that you did. She's just had a baby and you do that to another woman, to another sister. And you say, well, we weren't friends, she was gossiping about you or whatever. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you knew that this guy was in a relationship with her. You knew that. You didn't care. With a child. Do you have children yet? You don't have children yet. Girl, let me tell you. You see, this God that we pray to up above, be very careful. Be very careful. Be very, very careful. Because you will sit back and you will say, Auntie Fumi said it. But I didn't understand it then. Because you see, life hasn't affected you in a way yet. So you think that, yeah, everything is copacetic, that you can go ahead and you can behave like this to your fellow woman. No, you cannot. Because karma is something else. You have displayed yourself in a cheap fashion. Why did you close off your social media accounts? Because you cannot take the hate that you're getting. But I thought you were confident. I thought you were strong. And you know, the funny thing is that you're so stupid. You really are. You're stupid. You don't have sense. You don't have any common sense. No sense. No sense. Or debruku. You see a guy treating a woman like this that's just had his baby and you went to go and date him talking about you're in love. You're so stupid. Or day. No sense. Stupid. How can a guy behave like that? And then you say, yes, this is my boyfriend, this is my husband, we're so in love. It's like going to a supermarket and seeing a bad apple and you pick the bad apple hoping that it will be good. Don't you know that you also will get the poison? Don't you know that as he's sleeping with you, he's sleeping with somebody else? Can you not see that this guy can't help but sleep around? So he's going to have baby mamas on your head, make you maybe a single mom. Maybe you will struggle trying to have children. You never know. This life, oh my God. And you go out and you do something like that deliberately to a fellow sister. It's all kinds of karma for you. All kinds of karma. Just on that one platform that you knew that he was dating her and she was pregnant. You went to a baby shower and you are sleeping with a boyfriend, no condom. So disease, because like I have brought to light, this guy sleeps around. That's just facts. And instead of you to look at the red light, red flags, neon orange flags, you jumped in there, then you turned around. You don't see anything wrong with the fact that, oh my God, I mean, I'm not crazy about her, but you're cheating on her, then you're coming to me. So how do you see me? How do you see me? He sees you like a dog. I can sleep with this one. I can actually even be sleeping with her and let her come to the shower and just be quiet, while I dance around with my baby mama that's going to have a child for me sooner than later. You have no girl code. You have no code or respect for yourself at all. And you're also showing that you are careless. You are very careless with who you bring into your life. Yeah. You have no girl code. You don't respect yourself, and you take anything that people throw to you on the street. You're a street girl, Adeola. After doing all of that, modeling and doing bits and pieces, and ladies, I will put all of the links below. I saw it on YouTube. Remember, I told you I did my research. I'll put all of the links. This same Adeola, that's what she did. It's disgusting behavior. And I cannot wait before the end of the year to come back for this Mr. Rubbish guy to have dumped you, or for you to find out that he's sleeping with somebody else. Because you're a hot mess. You're a hot mess. You're a liar. You're a liar. You're a cheat. You cheated. Yes, you did. Because you cheated with him knowing fully well that he was with her. Whether you like her or not, it has nothing to do with it. It's rubbish. As a matter of fact, you saying that, oh, you know what, at the end of the day, that's how he saw me and he came to me. You're putting yourself on a platform. What platform? There's no platform. Outside right there is the cover of a garbage can. That is the platform you have. You're on top of a garbage can. The garbage is him, and he put you up there for everybody to see the kind of garbage that he was able to collect from the bushes. Leftover food. That is what you are. You are leftovers. No respect, no regard for yourself. And because you don't respect yourself, he knew that, you know what, I can even go there, and she won't even be offended. That's how stupid you are. That's how much of lack of respect you have for yourself. And you're a model where they use your body to throw on designer clothes. They give you contracts. Victoria's Secret takes you to the Maldives. But you were garbage. You were nothing to write home about. You are a deceptive human being. You don't have any girl code. You are not for the women. You're not even for yourself. What a shame. And I know your mother is ashamed of you. Moving along. Munira. There were red flags. There were red flags that you did not take heed to. And I will say this now. Girls, don't have a baby without getting married, because you can get that brother in the divorce. You see, he just walked away. And that's what I don't like for you. I'm sorry that this happened to you. But there were red flags that you did not see, you did not notice, you did not take heed to. There is nothing wrong in a man loving you, coming and approaching you, wanting to be with you, if he has been in a previous relationship and he's had children from that relationship. There's nothing wrong with that. But I have to acknowledge the text that the baby mama sent you. How long were you dating this guy for? Because she's saying that the daughter is 16 years old. That's a long time. So I'm not sure. But what I do know is, when guys casually move around like this, especially to a friend of yours, then he has no fear. That's an African approach. When he says he has no fear, translation, he has no respect for you, whereby he has to know boundaries. Even if he's sleeping around, not right in your face. Not right in your face. I want you to stay strong. I want you to stay strong for your beautiful daughter. Because you see, Mama, you are the blessing. You really are the blessing. And your daughter is another blessing on top of it. Because what Adeola does not know, because I've expressed, she's, bless her, she's slow. You will always have a bond with this guy because you have a daughter together. Blood is thicker than water. What Adeola doesn't understand is that you have leverage over her. You got a child with him. He will always want to see his child. And who is looking after that child? You. So he's always going to be in constant, constant contact with you. Because you have a child together. Get all of your support, Mama. Get your family support. Get your friends support. I support you regardless, because when people treat you like that, it is so hurtful. But I want to tell you something, my darling, that there is such a thing called karma. This God that we pray to up above, what he can do, you cannot even begin to think it, to orchestrate it as revenge. You can't. the best thing that you can do is move on with your life. I've said this story before and I'll say it again, because when God did it, I said, my God, wow, wow, wow. This Lord, I live for you. I know that I am your child. By what you have done has shown me, Fumi, keep on doing your thing. When people offend you, don't even waste time, because God will take care of him. Listen to the story. I was living in Oslo. I was struggling trying to get pregnant. I was doing IVF. My first IVF, well, of many, failed. But for whatever reason, this friend that I had of mine that was there, I don't know why, you have to ask her further down, came to Ula and told Ula that I was because what happened was, we did get pregnant. With the first IVF, I got pregnant, but I lost it. And now I know your HCG levels, it's the levels in your blood that dictate that you are pregnant. But the levels have to keep on multiplying, and that will dictate that the pregnancy is going very well. Needless to say, if I took a test, it would show that it was positive. What I did not know was that I had lost the baby because the levels were coming down. And I was not to go back to the doctor until after 3 months, which was a terrible mistake. Anyway, cut the long story short, for whatever crazy reason, my so-called friend that I loved and I adored, and I came to our wedding and all of these things, went to Ula to tell Ula that I was lying, that I was never pregnant. And I found out about this around the same time when I had miscarried. And it was a tough time for me. I was mourning the loss of my pregnancy. I was mourning the loss of my friend. And I was just in a place where I thought, will I ever have a child? It was one of my darkest times. And I'm very happy. I'm very strong. But that first miscarriage, it hit me. It hit me and knocked me right over. And for the first time, I can actually say I understood depression. I felt so alone. It was so hurtful. 10 years. 10 years. A mutual friend told me that she wanted to see me, talk to me, whatever. And I said, for what? Why? By this time we're in London. I had Adrian, YouTube, so many things, collabs. I'd moved on. I dried my tears and I really had healed. He said, oh, she wants to come and apologize and talk to you. I said, for what? She said she miscarried at 5 months. As much as I felt sorry for her, I said, look at God. My God. It was the only way for her to understand my loss. She had to lose too. To understand my loss, she had to lose too. So, darling, don't worry about Adeola. You see what this God can do? Just go about your business. There's an old saying, pray for long life, for your enemies to see your success. It's okay. As for the father of your child, I know it's going to be hard, but I want to give you some advice. Always speak well of him to your daughter. Let her childhood be intact. Go about your business. I promise you, you will be happy again. You will marry again. You will laugh and smile again. This situation right here, you dodged the bullet. I promise you, you dodged the bullet. God gave you all of the red flags of which you did not take heed. Then he said, you know what? Hold on 1 minute. Fumi, let me call you back. My other daughter, I have to take care of her. Okay? All right. God came there. He drove up in there and he scattered the whole thing and then brought Adeola because she's useless. She's rubbish. She doesn't even respect herself. He threw her in the mix so that no which way you would have to divide. He did that deliberately because he saved you. He got your beautiful daughter. And you go about your business. And you will be A-OK. We are stronger than we think. And you are beautiful. And everything in the past, embrace it. Embrace it as a learning platform. Embrace it, because you see, now you're smart. Now you're knowing. Now you take care of your kid. You get your business together. You go back to school if you need and want to. Now it's only you and your kid. That's how you operate. And the two of you grow and evolve. You see this useless man? He will still come back and beg you. Oh, forgive me. In fact, my eyes scatter. My eyes scatter. I did not even see this thing. I tell you, I beg you, look at, I'm kneeling down for you now. I beg you, take me back now. Look at you with my child. Look how my child is growing. Look at how she's doing well in school. It's you that I love. That stupid Adeola. I don't know her. What are you talking about? I don't know her. They will always come back and beg. And when they do, you laugh. And they begin to look small, because you're like, is it not the guy that I was so in love with? Because you see, we put our men on pedestals because we make them bigger than big. And a lot of them are. But there are some of them, they ain't worth it. And he will get his. Don't seek revenge. Don't say another word from those beautiful lips. Take this time, because it goes fast. As a mother, I tell you, I look at Adrian and sometimes I cry. Where did it go? Where did the time go? Many of you that have followed my journey here on YouTube, Adrian in September, he starts school. He has an attitude about him, and he comes and he hugs me. And I love that boy. Love him. And I wish I could get the time back. Love your child. Don't worry. Let her have her christening. Let her have her 1-year birthday. All of her beautiful milestones. I celebrate with you. It is well. It is absolutely well. And you did not lose anything. You gained more than you know. All of my love, my darlings. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button. Let us get it pumping in the comment section. Yep, that's it. Gotta go. All my love. And what? I'll see you what? Sooner than later. Sooner than later. Sooner than later. I'll see you sooner than later. Mwah.